Ay, ay, ay.
Vanessa, get off my back. Vanessa, get off my back.
Spot, the next spot, the next spot, the next spot. Since Sosua is what it is, the next spot. Listen, a lot of people have said this, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is the truth. This is the truth. The next spot is Colombia. The next spot is Colombia, right? And I'm going to tell you something, right? And I was talking to someone somewhere, and they were like, "Hey, man, people can go to Thailand. People can go to all these Asian countries. People can possibly go to Africa. This, that, and the third, right?" But let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest, my friends. Let's be honest. People went to DR because it was cheap, right? The flight was quick. Uh, you're not spending a whole bunch of money going to the Dominican Republic from the States, right? You're not spending a whole bunch of money, right? So that is one of the primary reasons, let's be honest, that people went to the DRs because it was cheap. It would be, if we're calling a spade, people spent a lot of time there because it was cheap, right? So I don't expect people that was getting on a 3, 4, 5 hour flight, right, to the Dominican Republic, right? I don't expect those same people to say, "Hey, man, whoo, now I'm gonna get on a 22-hour flight, 18-hour flight, 19-hour flight to go to Thailand, to go to Pattaya, to go to Phuket, to go to Bangkok." Let's be honest, that's not happening, right? That's not happening, right? It's not. People, and don't get me wrong, I was like that too. My first few countries that I traveled to outside of the military was in South America. And the primary reason that I went there was because it was cheap. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. It was because it was cheap. But to be honest with y'all guys, man, to be honest with y'all, right? And I'm to be honest with y'all, I feel like Colombia has always been better than Sosua, DR. I've always felt that, right? If you're looking for a group of women, right? If you are looking for a group of women, right? A mass group of women, right? Outside of those 1 or 2 streets of Sosua, there is no other place in the DR that has a large plethora of women. I'm going to repeat that again. Outside of those 1 or 2 streets in Sosua, there is no large uh, 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 plethora of women. People say, "Oh, Punta Cana, there's women in Punta Cana." Yes, in clubs, right? Going in and out of clubs, right? But here's the catch with Punta Cana, right? Here's the catch with Punta Cana. Punta Cana is full of tourists, right? Out of any city in the DR that you're going to find the vast majority of tourists, it's going to be Punta Cana, right? Punta Cana is like going to Puerto Rico. You're going to run into a whole bunch of tourists, right? You are. I gotta tell y'all something. I booked my flight, right? I booked my flight, right? First class, I'm a king. It's only what I deserve. But I booked my flight first class. I booked it yesterday. I am going to go to Colombia in a couple of weeks, right? In the near future, right? I already got the tender set over there. You know what I'm saying? I already got some matches. I already got some WhatsApps. I got like 15 girls on WhatsApp. I'm already putting in that work, right? I am going to go to Colombia in a couple of weeks, right? I am, because a lot of things I think have changed for the good, right? And a lot of people are putting a bunch of bad limelight on Colombia. And as I've said and I've told people, I've literally been drunk walking home uh, in Colombia multiple times. Drunk walking home in Colombia. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I've done it, and I'm trying to stop drinking, but I might do it again and videotape it just to prove a point. Like you know, I might just do it again. But the new spot is Colombia, right? And I think Colombia's always had the #1 spot, but Colombia, Medellin. I'm flying there in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna check it out, get back to my old way, see what I can get into. I'm gonna give you all that content that y'all need. Those videos live from the ground, right? I'm gonna give you all the videos live from the ground because some of these guys, right, there's a lot of in the past 4 or 5 years since I've been to Colombia, or maybe longer. There's a lot of black YouTubers out here, right? There's a lot of black YouTubers. There was only like a few of us that was really hitting Colombia 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But social media got famous. YouTube got famous. You know, people started catching on. So there's a lot of guys out here that have that content for Colombia, right? So y'all know I'm gonna give y'all that official Colombia uh opinion. I want to hit those strip clubs again. I'm going to go to Fosse 2. I'm going to go to La Isla. I'm going to go to all the strip clubs again. I'm going to give y'all that official Colombian passport bro review. Passport bro review of Colombia and the great things there, right? My plan when I go to Colombia is I'm going to see if I can get someone to pick me up from the airport. I don't know. I used to do this a lot back in the day. I used to be like, man, let me see if I can get someone to pick me up from there. I've done it in the DR and 1 or 2 other countries, but I might try to do that again. I don't know. But I'm gonna give you all that official. We're gonna do food. You know what I'm saying? I ain't used to do food, but I'm getting older now, so we're gonna talk about food. We're gonna get some Colombian food. We're gonna do it all. But I'm gonna be in Colombia for a hot second, right? So I'm gonna give you everything that y'all need to be successful to make the right decision about Colombia. Right, I'm gonna do videos. I'm trying to do some interviews. I'm just gonna walk around Colombia, do the gym. Y'all know I'm going to the gym. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the reviews on everything y'all need if y'all were going to live, work, or go to Colombia on vacation. Now, here's my take, right? Passport bro take. And it hurts my heart to say this, man. And I can't really say it because, you know, like everyone knows, I was married to a Dominican for 5 years. So I think the Dominican women are the most beautiful women in the world, right? But I do think that Colombian women are her close second. Right, here's my take, right? Let's be honest, right? Let's give you the hot take from Sosua versus Medellin, right? And y'all see my video of Sosua, right? Y'all see my video of Sosua. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not, I don't really want to say it, but I gotta say it. There's a lot of women in Sosua, right? There is a lot of women in Sosua. Passport bro take, right? There are a lot of women in Sosua, right? There are. But not all of them are that attractive, man. I'm being honest with y'all. Not a lot of the women are attractive. Like, you might go through 10, 11 women in Sosua walking by to find one that you might be willing to, you know, put some work in. I'm being honest. And if you know, you know, like, let's be honest, man. Like, Sosua has a lot of numbers, right? But they don't have a lot of quality, right? Listen, I'm just being honest. Are there some bad ones in Sosua? Yes. Are there some beautiful women in Sosua? Yes, there are, for sure. Passport bro take. But there are a lot of uglies there too. There are a lot of women that look like mothers and grandmothers and look like they sleep on the street. A lot of women look dirty, look like they stink. A lot of women look like they haven't ate in 3 days. There's a lot of women that the hair is trash, look like they just thrown on a wig, right? There's a lot of women that don't really, or didn't really, past tense, look too appealing to their eye, right? And I'm not, a lot of them, Sosua has the numbers, but Sosua really didn't have the quality, right? Sosua really never really had the quality. Was it quality there? Yes, but the vast majority of women that I've seen in Sosua, you can go check out any Sosua video, not even mine. The vast majority of the women that I've seen in Sosua were not physically attractive. Probably 65%, 70%. I really didn't find physically attractive, right? And if we're going to compare Medellin to Sosua, and I'm just using the two as an example, right? I find more attractive women in Colombia and Medellin than I do in Sosua, right? Like it doesn't take me long to find someone that I would talk to, right? It doesn't really take me long in Medellin to find someone that I would talk to, right? And I've talked about this somewhere else, right? I'm like, hey, people, oh man, it's ugly women in Medellin, you know. We was kind of going out talking about nightlife in Medellin. Here's the thing: there's a lot of 8, 9s, and 10s in Medellin. Easy, you can go out to a club and find some of the most beautiful women that you've probably seen in your entire life, right? In Medellin, right? And I was talking to this guy, like, hey man, these ugly women, right? These women that know they aren't that attractive, right? Passport bro talk. These women that know they aren't that attractive aren't going out to these nightlife establishments, aren't going out to these lounges and these clubs and these bars, standing around 8, 9s, and 10s when they know they're 2, 3, and 4. Right? These women that aren't that attractive aren't going out to these high-end places, right? With these women that look like models, and they know they eat cheeseburgers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they know they're overweight. They know they got they know they're a little chubby, right? I'm just being honest. A lot of women that know they aren't that attractive, right, aren't going around trying to hang around 8, 9s, and 10s because one, ain't nobody looking at them, and two, it's embarrassing, right? I'm not going to a GQ model shoot in LA, right, trying to audition for GQ magazine cover if I know that I'm not that attractive. And the same thing goes for Medellin, right? And I said that to say the difference between Medellin, or one of the many differences between Medellin and Sosua is there's a vast majority, there's a huge population of beautiful women in Medellin. I'm talking about just walking through the park before I even go to Gusto's or one of these other clubs, one of these other lounges, or I'm going to get something to eat. Just walking through the park, I'm already seeing stuff that's like, man, I don't gotta go no further. I might as well just take you back to the crib. Passport, bro, talk, right? But I'll say this, right? I'll say this. Medellin, in my opinion, has always been better than Sosua, right? One reason, it's a lot of uglies in Sosua, right? It's a lot of uglies in Sosua, right? It is. I'm just being honest with you. There's a lot of uglies in Sosua. And in Medellin, I don't really see too many uglies, especially around that centralized that centralized location, around that park, around Gusto. You're not really seeing too many uglies. I'm just being honest, right? And I'm not gonna say one looks better than the other, but you're not seeing too many uglies in that park area, right? And if you go into South America, right? Men that go to South America, you know they love voluptuous women, right? I know guys that be like, oh, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going to the Philippines, I'm going to this country, Indonesia. I know, right? Without asking them, they like skinny women, right? I know guys, oh, I'm going to Thailand. I'm going to Asia. Without asking them, I know they like skinny women. Because if you like thick, voluptuous women like I do, even though I go to Thailand, I'm probably going to go again 4 or 5 months. Even though if you like thick, voluptuous women like I do, you're going to spend most of your time in South America, or you're going to spend most of your time in Africa. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I am. If you're looking for passport bro talk, if you're looking for short time experiences, right? I'm gonna say if you're looking for short time experiences, uh, I suggest you consider short time and you're not putting a hole in your pocket. I suggest you consider going to Colombia, right? People say, oh man, dude asked me the other day, oh, Cartagena, or Cali, and Medellin, you know, all these other places. Like, bro, like, it just depends what you're looking for. If you're looking to listen, if you're looking to have fun, party, have a good time, I'm going to say Medellin, right? I don't, honestly, when I went to Cartagena, that nightlife is kind of trash, honestly. And I did a review on Cartagena. You can search for it if you want. If not, that's cool. But it's like 3 clubs. It's like 3 major clubs in Cartagena. Literally, it's like a club on this street in Cartagena, then like a club or 2 on this street. And that's really it. I'm just being honest. Like in the walled city in Cartagena, it's like a club or 2 on this street and a club or 2 on this street, and that's it. That's it. That's Cartagena's nightlife, man. That's it. And I remember this vividly. There's like a club or two on this street, club or two on this street. That's it. In Medellin, you can find multiple clubs, right? And we're talking about, I know Gusto's is the popular one, but there's quite a few clubs. There's some new clubs. And we're not even getting into, and I'm going to do a video on this. Pay attention. It's coming in a couple weeks. The local club. I don't know how I found these local clubs on Instagram, but I seen this local club on Instagram that I ain't never heard of, and I started following it. Then I seen the other local club on it, and I'm like, yo. And I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all when I get there. These local clubs in Medellin. And that's where a lot of people don't go, man. Like I've seen some YouTubers. They go to local clubs. They be like hole in the walls. They be like bars. They be like cheap local club. But there's some official luxury upscale local clubs that are in Medellin that people have not been to. I have not seen anyone do a story on that. I'm going to give y'all the exclusive for. I'm going to give y'all the exclusive. So I have a lot going on. I have a lot planned for Colombia. You know, I have a lot planned for Colombia, but y'all need this, right? Y'all need this. Y'all need this exclusive documentary about Colombia, right? I know a lot of change. People say women are drugging, me and this, that, and the third. Listen, they've been doing that, right? They doing that in Thailand. They doing it in Asia. And I was telling this dude recently, Asia is known for having polluted alcohol, right? And I told this story a long time ago, but I was at this gym in Thailand, right? I forgot the name of the gym. It was I forgot the name of the gym, right? I was at this gym in Thailand in Pattaya actually. It's like in a little shopping center. It's a McDonald's in the shopping center. It's a pizza place up there. It's a pharmacy in that shopping center. It's like 2 floors. I forgot the name of the shopping center. But it's a gym in there, right? It's like a 2-story gymish, right? And I went out with this girl and she was like, hey, can I bring my mom? I'm like, hell yeah, you can bring your mom, whatever, you know. So we went out on a date like 2 or 3 times, man. And I might do a story about this. We went out on a date 2 or 3 times and each time she brought her mom. I'm like, man, what the heck is going on here? But long story short, mom was cool, right? I ain't gonna knock her, but her mom was cool. But her mom told me, she like, hey, we're talking about alcohol and stuff like yes, it's very common in Thailand for people to add stuff to the alcohol. She was like, hey, this alcohol is not pure. Like people mix alcohol in Thailand. She was like, you ain't know that? And this was years ago. A Thai woman, right? Her mother told me that people mix alcohol in Thailand. Like alcohol is not pure. You can do your own Google Kung Fu, but it is not uncommon for people to get alcohol poisoning in Asia. It's not uncommon for people to pass away in Asia drinking alcohol, right? And don't get me wrong, people do it in the States too, right? You can seal a bottle back, right? You can seal a bottle back. You can mix a bottle. You can reuse a bottle, right? Because after you get done drinking that bottle, check this out, free game, passport bro talk. After you get done drinking that bottle, right, and it's empty, right? Let's say you empty the bottle, Hennessy, Jack and Coke, Crown, whatever, Bailey's, whatever. Do you take that bottle with you home? Think about this now. After you get done drinking that bottle in the club, you and your friends, hopefully there's some females in there somewhere, do you take that bottle home? Think about it now. Take your time, no rush. I'll give you a few minutes. Of course you don't. People reuse bottles, man. And that's why, I mean, I'm not saying it's the reason why I'm trying to stop drinking, but it's a combination of things. I'm like, man, maybe I need to just chill out because health is wealth. Health is wealth. So people are being poisoned in different ways because you can be alcohol poison in Asia. You can be another kind of poison in South America. But, you know, Medellin is popular now. I see a lot of guys on YouTube, social media in Medellin, and that's cool. Like, enjoy it. But I'm coming. The Don is coming back to Colombia. The King is coming back to Colombia. The original is coming back to Colombia. Because I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm gonna say this again. When I was going to Colombia, I went like 3 or 4 times in 1 year, at least 3 times in 1 year, several years ago. It was only like, it wasn't that many Colombian videos out there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now you see a lot of them. Hey, yo, put some respect on my name, man. That's all I ask of y'all. Put some respect on my name. But I do feel like Colombia is it. I suggest people to check it out. Go to Medellin, and check it out, man. Listen, people don't got to move the way I move. Like I always move solo. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm gonna give you that solo content. Like, if you don't feel safe, if you don't want to go out alone, if you don't like being out at night in Colombia or any country nonetheless. Listen, if you're one of those guys that you don't like being around people and you scared or scary, and I don't want to use scary, no disrespect, disrespectfully. If you're one of those guys that gotta have a friend with you, gotta bring a bunch of guys with you, listen, do it, whatever makes you happy, right? But I'm gonna say this, and I've said this in another video. If someone's trying to get you, right, and they know it's 3 people in the house or 4 people in the apartment or the Airbnb. If someone's trying to get you and they know there's 4 people in there, or they're thinking just to turn away and leave, or are they thinking it's 4 times the amount of money, 4 times the number of cell phones, 4 times the number of laptops? Here's my thing. If someone's trying to get you, they're going to get you. Right? Because they know when you came to Colombia, you ain't have no on you. They know when you came to Colombia, you didn't buy a. So if someone's trying to get you, they're going to get you. 4 people, if someone gets you with 4 people, they just got more money off you. Instead of 1, they got 4. Now they can go home and chill for a couple of days, maybe a week or 2, chill out, sell your stuff, relax, pay their rent for the 2-3 months. I don't think that going with people minimizes the chances of you being, right? I don't know if it minimizes it, but I'm going to do a video on my suggestions of traveling and moving through Colombia, right? I don't want to get too detailed into it now, but if you got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. But the new spot is Colombia, Medellin. Check it out. Thank me.